Yes. We are back. Brian Mbeumo has finally landed at Carrington. No, he's yet to land. He's yet to land, guys. I don't want you to get very excited, but yes, everyone is excited. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications, and welcome to yet another episode of Sports Jazz. Josh is in the building. I myself, Isaac, am in the building, and of course, the deadly duo. Yes, we're right here, baby. So excited. Finally, after approximately 7 weeks, magic has happened. I call that magic, yo. I call that magic. We have a machine. We have
We
a
get
goal
this. We
scoring
get this.
machine. So I mean, I'm very excited. I would be lying saying I'm not excited. So Josh, very, very exciting times for Manchester United. They've reached an agreement with Brentford to sign Brian Mbeumo in a deal worth up to 71 million pounds. Remember, yesterday it was 70, but one more had to be added. Man, Brentford, including 65 up front and 6 in add-ons. Of course, that will be paid in 4 installments. Josh, we all know 25 years old Cameroon international who scored 20 goals last season, provided 8 assists. Josh, in the Premier League, is expected to undergo medical at rather for Man United this weekend to finalize his transfer. Of course, this move has not been easy, Josh. It makes Mbeumo the third signing in the summer following Matheus Cunha and earlier on left back Diego Dallo as Ruben Amorim, Diego Leon, sorry, and Diego Leon and the other one joined last season. Who? Patrick Dogu.
Yeah.
Diego Leon, and this is just to bolster Ruben Amorim's squad. Of course, the attack, especially, we know how he performed last season, and he was lacking in many things, especially the attack. Now, Josh, just a real quick reminder: Mbeumo is not just a one-hit wonder, Josh. 25 years in his prime, Josh. When I say one-hit wonder, I mean not a one-season hit wonder, a one-season wonder, because we saw him in his first season for Brentford. That was I think 2022-23. Josh, he scored 70 altogether goals, goal involvement, goals and assists, 17. Josh. Then 2023-24, it was 16. Josh, in 22 starts, by the way. And last season he had over 28 goal involvement, Josh, in the Premier League for Brentford, and he's an exceptional player, Josh. He's incredible. He has the pace. He has the technique. He has the energy. He has the power to shoot from outside box. He has a very, very good clinical finishing, and he's a player that everyone has been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for as much as United fans, and I mean, we couldn't be more happier. I'm very much excited. I believe all Man United fans are also excited, and it still comes to me, Josh. I mean, because we know it has dragged on for so long that we almost felt fed up. In fact, I remember yesterday I was like, this is a take or leave it for Man United, for Brentford, because I felt like that third bid was enough. We had issues where other players were being paid more, or rather paid for. I'm talking about players like Elanga, players like Kudos, Guyton to join Chelsea. We just saw Madueke being announced. All those players performed below Mbeumo. When I say below, I'm not saying they're very bad players, but I mean Mbeumo outscored them. Okay, he had 20 goals
in the season.
in everything, in the season. But Elanga went for 55. Okay, all of them went between 52 and 55. So I was really worried for Brentford. I mean, if you have Elanga going for 55, who scored around 8 or 9 goals, okay, and 10 or 9 assists, and you have Mbeumo who scored 20 goals and 7 or 8 assists, Josh. I mean, for some, at one point, I thought Brentford were going to say, no, we need 80 million pounds. And if it was Woodward back then, we would have paid even maybe 90 or 95 million pounds. But I'm very happy that finally deal was reached. And it's very good news. In fact, I saw Omar Berada earlier on saying that he said we are doing our best to do more signings quickly. And sometimes when you are not quick, it's because you are negotiating, trying to make sure you get the right value for the money. So being efficient and quick isn't necessarily the best thing for the club. And I mean, you can understand where he's coming from, Josh. I mean, because in other words, he was trying to avoid mistakes that happened back then. And I'm very happy that we got Mbeumo. Do I think he was slightly overpriced? Yeah, maybe he was slightly overpriced, but I mean, after all, at the end of the day, we have Brian Mbeumo. James Bow, what up, what up? Waited 7 weeks to pay what Brentford want.
But you
I know,
see, Omar Berada just answered him with what you said.
I know it's a
I mean,
bit crazy,
Omar
but yo,
Berada just answered him. There's a reason for the transaction to have dragged for that long.
and Josh, that's one of the reasons, by the way. What do you think led? I mean, yes, we got our man, but James in the comment section is saying we waited for 7 weeks to fulfill what Brentford wanted. What do you think? I mean, led to this, and do you think Omar Berada, the likes of Ineos, have done an incredible job to make sure we do not overpay? I mean, negotiating with, I mean, the whole tactics to have this deal closed, although it dragged on for 7 weeks. What do you think led to that? And should we give praise to Ineos, or is still too early?
Well, I think all the flowers go to Ineos.
Mm,
The
okay.
brand Mbeumo transfer saga dragged on for weeks. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
we first approached, our initial approach was on June 2nd. So
Mm,
when James says we took 7 weeks, I mean, it's quite a long time. It can look a long time, but it took 3 bids for Ineos to finally deliver Ruben Amorim's left-footed inside 10. That is
yeah.
Brian Mbeumo. And the guy is
Mm,
here. He's a Manchester United player. I think the plan was always to sign him before July, but maybe there was a bit of urgency to have the player come before the preseason tour of the USA. And yeah, they've just gotten the player just in time. I know United fans like James are very frustrated at the fact that the drawn out saga appears to have resulted in the club caving to Brentford's demands. And Mbeumo will become United's most expensive signing under Ineos, with a 65 million pounds initial fee, becoming the club's sixth most expensive all-time um, player. But I mean, however, yeah,
yep.
be it as it may, the
Yep.
proof is in the pudding. Ineos, under the publicly well advertised financial constraints of Manchester United, has delivered two elite profiles of players who are both a glove fit
Preach,
for the
preach
club
on it.
at a
Preach on it.
at a total of not more than 37 million pounds, like up front. You know, we just didn't think it was possible for United to be able to do any of these deals. You can see that Brani Mbeumo, it has taken 7 weeks, but we have managed to negotiate to pay the 65 million in 4 installments, because 65 million is the guaranteed fee. So if
Yeah.
we pay if we pay that money in 4 installments, we are paying about 16.5 or 16 point something each year. So I mean, the period of amortization for Brandon Mbeumo's contract, it gives United breathing space. So for me, I give Ineos flowers for the work that they did to make sure that we can be able to sign elite profile players. I mean, when you look at Matias Cunha and Brandon Mbeumo in those tens, I mean, you can get I think you call it Igazim,
By the way,
because
I was
these are
trying to
players.
wonder. Sorry, I was trying to wonder where you're getting the 37 point, I think 05. But now I understand. You said they are paying the first installment for Mbeumo, that is 16.25. Then you also
Yes,
have Matthias Cunha, 20.5, right?
0.5. Yeah, those are
Yo, by the
installments. Okay.
that is very
So, I
good
mean,
business.
it is very good business for a club that has well advertised its financial constraints. I mean, we just didn't think we were in a position to be able to do any of these deals. I mean, how is United going to be able to sign a player who costs 65 million pounds when United does not have money? Then Ineos maybe drugs out the deal for 7 weeks, but they're negotiating the best terms that are possible for us to buy another player. You can see Omar Berada tells you soon after we have closed this deal that we are now prioritizing bringing in a striker. I mean, for less than 37 million pounds, these are players who in Matias Cunha and Brani Mbeumo, who have great football intelligence. They have the
Mm,
work rate. They thrive in half spaces. I mean, the things they can do on the ball, we have not had at the club. And when you introduce the two tens in the positions that Ruben Amorim wants them to be, you just imagine Matias Cunha playing where Rashford was, and Brandon Mbeumo playing where Garnacho was. The team has changed by a mile.
And
These
it's
were players who performed highly. They're in the company of players like Mo Salah, like Cole Palmer, the players who performed well last season. So for me, I do give Ineos a lot of flowers for the things they've done to make sure that we actually get the right profiles of players that the manager has identified, and they've not told him that we don't have money to do those deals. So I mean, we shall get you Morgan Shenandoah.
well, James Bow says a need 10 out of 10. Need 10 out of 10. Sorry, 10 need 10 in 10 out. Never going to happen. I think he meant to say oh, he joined Glazers and
And
Ineos.
Ineos,
But yo,
Ineos
James, I
out.
think you have to beat a bit. You have to give some credit to Ineos, as Josh was explaining. You know, it was rumored that United had a package of around 100 million euros. You know, for the
Yes.
season. Now that is very little money considering the problems United have. Because we have to take out the Avengers. Everyone thought would get approximately 130 to 150 million pounds from the Avengers. When I say the Avengers, I'm talking about the freedom fighters. That is Sancho, Garnacho, and Rashford. But
And
things
Rashford.
are going south. No one is literally interested in signing any of them. So I mean, why should I say you have to give some bit of credit to Ineos? Ineos steps in. Of course, they are under a lot of pressure. Remember, they signed quickly the Cunha signing, Josh, very, very fast. They got his signature so fast towards even the end of the season. It was right after the first I think 1 or 2 weeks, and he was already a Man United player. Now they agreed to pay 62.5 million, but 20.5, rather in three
Up front.
installments, 20.5 upfront. Now, the reason as to why the Mbeumo deal was a bit difficult, Brentford was playing hardball, because remember, in the same scenario as Josh was explaining, you go in for, anyway, the first bid was a joke, honestly speaking, the 45 plus something. Then the second bid was 55 plus 75. But remember, Madueke is going for 52. He underperformed compared to Madueke. Madueke outperformed all of them. You have Gaitens coming in. He's going for how much, Josh? Around 55. Okay. You have another player in Elanga. You can imagine Elanga going to Newcastle from Nottingham Forest, the same amount, close to that. Then you also, I mean, even if if it were you and you're the chairman, you're the sporting director for Brentford, you have to think, you're like, if these guys are going for this amount of money, yet my player that they want to snatch from me has outshone them, scored more goals. He's a machine when it comes to scoring goals. Why shouldn't I increase? But still, Ineos, Omar Berada, the whole, they found a way, sat down with Brentford, negotiated, and managed to squeeze, or rather to make them accept a 4 installment payment plan with
Not even that. For me, I believe that.
16.25 upfront. And when you
I
combine
know.
16.25 plus the 20.25, that gives you 37 point, I think 05 or something. I mean, that is
Yeah.
incredible, guys. That
Yeah,
means
but the
out
other thing
of the
though is
100 budget, we still even have more, and we can even sign more players if
true.
the club that we want to get players from are also willing to give us or take installments. So, Josh, I mean, you're right. To me, I don't like the Glazers at all. Ineos, I'm not really sure about them, but you have to give credit where it's due, and I think it was
I think
amazing.
I'm sure now about Ineos, because when you look at the work they've done since they've come in, yes, they've made a few mistakes that have cost the club a lot of
Yeah.
money, and you should know that actually this is part of their money. This is their
Mm.
investment. They didn't set out to actually make losses. They didn't set out to make the mistakes that they did make, but maybe they made them because things were coming quick and very fast. They were happening quick and fast at the club since they came in, and maybe the right decisions were not made. But for me, to correct the wrong of having I hired Dean Ashworth,
Mm.
I don't have a problem with that. Yes, you hired the guy, you wanted the guy to be the main guy at your club, but you realize that it's not going to work out. It's better for you to cut the losses when you realize it's not going to work out than for you to keep the guy on because you're trying to save face. And later on, it just gets worse and worse and worse because then the club cannot progress. Then they did do the right thing by cutting him off for the betterment of the club going forward. Yes, you can call them out for having given Eric Ten Hag a contract, and midway he is sacked, so they have to pay him. Then they have to pay Ruben Amorim for coming into the club at the time that he came in.
Dan
But
Ashworth
for me,
as well.
these are bold decisions that I've never seen happen at Manchester United since Alex Ferguson left. So for me, I'm happy that these decisions are being made at the club, because in the past, for the period that we've seen Manchester United since Alex Ferguson left, we've just been pushovers. I mean, the media would suggest for us a player, and we would buy the player exorbitantly, and we would wait for the last day to buy this player. So for me, I don't really have I have no qualms with
I
Ineos.
mean,
I know the Glazers are also a pain in the butt for Ineos, because they still collect these dividends, and there's debt financing and stuff like that. And Ineos itself maybe does not have a lot of money because of the financial problems they're facing, the financial challenges they're facing themselves. But uh, I like the structure they've created at Manchester United. At least we have a semblance of a club that is run in the right manner.
there's rumor that it's still a rumor. I don't know whether it's true, but there's rumor that we might line up for Benjamin Sesko. I mean, if it's true, I mean, considering how things are
Yo,
happening,
Omar Berada has just made it clear that we
I
are
know
now going to prioritize a striker. You
exactly
see, yes, we are now going to prioritize a striker in the
a
squad.
striker.
We need to have another
Just
a
look at
striker
that
in the squad,
firepower.
which is a good
Look
thing.
at that firepower behind Amorim.
Ooh,
Look at You have
ooh,
16
ooh.
goals the other side. You have 20 goals this side. That is bloody. It's going to be bloody, guys. Now add on a striker. Bring a striker.
For me, what I like most about the
Fernandes, who
players,
has over 8 goal involvements last season. Behind them, oh my God, kitchen cooking,
what I like most
absolute
about
cooking.
the two players is they're proper footballers. They're proper
Oh yeah, that is
footballers,
also
and
true, by the way.
yeah, you can be worried that the Africa Cup of Nations will come in January, and we shall lose Brani Mbeumo, Amad Diallo, Brani Mbeumo, Amad Diallo, Andre
Onana,
Onana,
yeah, I think
and
that's all.
yeah, I think they're four, and
Therefore, who else?
Mazraoui. Yeah,
Oh,
Mazraoui.
Mazarawi, yeah, Morocco, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I mean, we shall lose a bit of players, but if we bolster our squad, I think we can manage, because even the players we are saying to lose are the players who are the better players. So by January, we need to be in a very comfortable position in the league.
But by the way, from what I also understand, Amorim wants to take a small squad. After all, we are not going to be competing in European competition, so it's going to be a
That
slim
is right.
squad. And some players like Harry Amas are going to be loaned out. In fact, they are not traveling with the team to the US. Dan, is it Dan Goa has already been loaned out. More players.
Yeah.
The debate was still on Sekou Kone, whether he should be loaned
No, no,
out
no,
or
no, no.
stay,
For
and
me,
also Diego Leon. But Diego Leon, already reports are coming in that it looks he has already
he
been
has
assigned a
impressed.
shirt number 30, and he has
Nice.
impressed, and
Yeah,
he's
he has
ready to take.
impressed
I
the
mean,
guys.
and he promised that. He said that.
Yeah,
He
he
said
did say
I
that.
just need two,
And
three
that's
games.
what I like about him. I mean, he's confident about his abilities. And it's a very good thing to see. When a player is confident about his abilities, you just hope that the arrogancy does not rub off the wrong way. Because me, I like a player who is arrogant. I like a player who is full of himself, because then he's going to give 100%. I just don't like a player who is a crybaby, and not a Rashford, not a Ganacho. I mean, you can't have skills of Sean Wright Phillips and act like you're Ronaldo.
Well, I mean, look, back to the
Sean Wright
Mbeumo
Phillips,
deal.
with all due respect to Sean Wright Phillips, because he was actually a much, 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 much better player.
Josh. Anyway, Josh, I mean, back to the Mbeumo deal. I'm really happy United secured the deal. I can't wait for him to join the team in the US. I mean, he's a strong ball carrying player. I mean, elite even off the ball. He's an elite player. The movement is superb, creative and clinical. He's a pressing machine. And I mean, he's direct and efficient. So, yes, I'm more than happy to have Mbeumo join the Man United squad. I'm only now worried about only two positions. To me, I think the striker and the keeper should be prioritized next. But it
Oh,
looks
the
like, as
keeper.
Omar Berada said, the striker is going to come with the keeper. Josh, I
Yeah,
don't know
but
who
you
what
know, I
you're
start
not
to fear. I start to
what
fear that we may not get a new keeper, but we need a keeper.
we need a keeper. I agree with you.
We don't need a keeper to replace Altai Bayinda. We need a keeper to replace Andre Onana.
Mm,
So I know we've had inquiries about keepers like Sene,
mm.
Lemens from Antwerp. We've had we've looked at a few goalkeepers here and there, but there's nothing concrete there. And Omar Berada has actually just told us that we are now looking at buying a striker. So at least we change the whole outlook of Manchester United going forward. But I just don't know, man. Like Ziyad once said, we need to find a way. Was it Ziyad? We need to find a way to stop the goals leaking in and find a way to score goals. So we need to
Mm.
buy a striker and a keeper. Though he did say that he prefers to buy a striker other than a keeper. But at this point, I would have both. I would
I think
not buy a midfielder. I would buy
I
both.
I think Man United fans majority were frustrated with how Rasmus Holland failed to tuck in those chances, Josh. Then at
Yeah.
the back, yes, the defense had issues, but they were also very frustrated with how Onana let go in of some easy goals that could be cleared. So I understand if there's some frustration, people calling for a striker and a keeper instead of a midfielder. But to me, I think if they could get a striker, a midfielder, and a keeper, that would be
We don't need
great.
a midfielder.
You
We
keep
shall
saying
have
that, Josh.
bloated. Yeah, because we shall bloat our squad. You know, in midfield, there's only two positions in
Mm,
our midfield. Two.
mhm,
We play with only two midfielders. So that is Bruno Fernandes and
mm,
another midfielder. So Bruno Fernandes is a constant, okay?
mm.
How many players are there to partner Bruno Fernandes? There's Manu Ugarte, there's Kobe Mainu, there's Toby Collier, there's Jack Fletcher, there's
Yeah,
Casemiro.
Josh,
Those are
Josh.
five.
A few days ago, you were telling me you don't believe you're happy United is going for players
Yeah,
above
ready
players
players,
above
players
yeah
ready
ready
to play.
players above 22 years now. The
Yes.
players that you've talked about, Kobe Mino, Fletcher, Collier, I mean, those are all kids, Josh, who can
No,
play. I'm not
they're
saying
not
they cannot
kids.
play.
They're not kids. They're not kids. Collier is 23. Kobe Mainu is 22, 21.
22,
And
21. No, I
maybe
think it's
Jack
21.
Fletcher. Jack Fletcher is the kid. But the thing though is,
But by 22,
these are,
Josh, by 23, if you cannot still walk into the team, then you're not supposed to be there.
yeah, but he's in the peripherals of the team. Now he's in the squad. He's there. I mean, last season he just had a bad season that he has had appearances for United and he has not looked very bad.
Mm.
So for me, I don't.
So you don't
Let's
think
give
if you
the
can get a better player in
no.
the
We don't need
midfield,
to get a
that would be
better
nice?
player under the circumstances of our financial constraints. I don't think we should be getting another midfielder when we have these kids. Let's try out these kids. They don't perform or they perform, then we move them on. We know what Kobe Mainu can give the team. If he cannot give the team, he is moved on really quickly. When we buy another player, then we are going to cover the gaps of
Mm,
these youngsters we are not really sure about. We don't know
mm,
if Toby Collier should play. We don't know if Kobe Mainu should play. Should we give him more time? Should he go out on loan? Is he at the age that can actually go out on loan anymore? He is not. So I mean, let's give them the chance. Let them play. Manu Ugarte, this season is the best season for you to try out the youngsters. We are
yeah, it's the
not
best.
chasing to win the league. So
We
you
are
can
chasing
have,
to get back in top four, rather in top 10.
yes, yes, no,
Mhm.
no, Champions League, Champions League, Champions
But
League, Champions League, bro. Like top
I,
six, top six,
I
top
think it's
six at
going to be
first.
hard. I'm being
Yeah,
honest. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's
It,
going
it
to
will
be
be.
hard
It's
for
it's
us to get
always
there.
hard. It's always hard. Even Arsenal that has bought every player as if they've bought the whole league. It is
Mm.
going to be very hard for them to achieve the objectives they set out for themselves. But you keep trying. I just think that at this time, Manchester United can give Kobe Mainu, Toby Collier a chance, and they know what they are about. Are they players that they want to sell? Are they players they want to keep? Can they do a job for them? Because you can't have two midfielders and then buy another midfield and you have seven midfielders at the club for two positions.
I don't know, Josh. I don't know, but
But if we get Onana
anyway,
out,
let's wait and see.
out of goal, we get a keeper to replace Onana, then we get a striker. I think we are game.
Yeah, we are not game, but we are close. We are close, Josh. We're close. We are
Yeah.
close to to somewhere where we
The
should be
questions
next
will be
season.
left at the wing backs
Hmm.
because for me, I have more promise in Diego Leon.
You have a more. By the way, just speaking about keepers, who do you have? You're still going to say Diego Costa, but that is he's out of the question. Emi
Is he?
Martinez, I'm not so sure. Yeah, he is.
Why?
Now, I'm not saying he cannot be signed. Of course, Porto, with
Mm.
the right offer, he's going to rather they are ready to let him go.
Which offer
But
was about 50 million euros.
no one is talking about him, Josh.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know
No, but
whether
I had earlier,
Mm,
Ruben Amorim was fond of him. Ruben Amorim
mm.
likes a thing or two about the guy. So it would be a very good thing.
I don't see us signing a keeper. By to be honest, a keeper rather this season, much as it's very very prudent and important that we sign one. I don't see us signing one. The only option that is easier is Emi Martinez, but United
No,
doesn't
no,
want
no,
to
no, no,
spend
no, no.
again because they already
No, Emi
have
Martinez is not
they
even
already have a
easy.
grandfather who is a third choice
No,
goalkeeper
no,
in
no, no, no,
Team
no. Emi
Hutton.
Martinez, no.
So
We don't need
who do
Emi
you have,
Martinez to
Josh?
come and retire,
And Josh, who do you have?
collect pension. I
Who do you
would
have?
take that kid. I would take that kid, Sene Lemons, and
Mm,
but my first priority is Diogo Costa. Do everything in your power to get Diogo Costa because you we have seen that you have chosen the right profile of players that you want in your system, and the club has brought for you those players. So choose
mm.
the right keeper that you do want to have, who I believe is Diogo Costa. Then we see if we can explore that avenue of bringing in Diogo Costa. I would prefer to bring in a proper goalkeeper than to bring in a 20-year-old and or the 32-year-old Emi Martinez. But
Well,
anyway, at a certain point, I say anyone but Onana.
I think that who because today I also saw you talked about Semi Lamins. Today I also saw reports that United have shown strong interest in signing the Royal Trump 23-year-old Belgian goalkeeper. I don't know how true that is, but it looks like
It is
it could
for
be
me.
a
It looks like
potential
old
addition to their
news.
squad.
It
And the
looks like
interest
old
things
news
from
they've
over
just
Onana's
regurgitated.
inconsistency, Josh. Sorry?
Yes, yes. I feel it's old news they've just regurgitated because of now we have Mbeumo in. Who next? Is it a
Mm.
striker or a goalkeeper? So I mean, he's a keeper that we had looked at, and yeah, it makes for good reading that we're still interested in Sen Elements.
Mbeumo, Ziad. I
Ziad
don't know which
Mbeumo in the
striker do you have.
house.
Which now striker is not enough. We need two midfielder. Bro, by the way, Ziad, Josh keeps saying we do not need midfielders. I don't
We
know why.
don't. We
Josh,
don't. I'm
we
just being
need at least
realistic.
we need one midfielder, Josh. And we need a what? A DM. We
We
need a
don't.
defensive midfielder.
Manu Ugarte.
Josh, he's not going to do it alone.
What do you mean?
He
He can't play
according to what
two.
I no, according to what I
Bruno
watched
Fernandez is
last
going
season.
to play in that midfield.
Okay,
Okay.
Josh, but we've seen them play
So
out last season.
there's
It didn't
one
work out so
player.
well. It didn't
There's
work out
one
so well.
player. Okay, let me ask. Let me ask Ziad. Should we sell? Kobe Mainu?
Well,
Should we sell Kobe Mainu now?
you have to talk
Now
about
let me
Kobe
ask.
Mainoo now. Who?
Yes. No. 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 Answer me. Should we sell Kobe Mainu now?
We should replace Ericsson, Josh. We've tried out
No, we
Kobe
don't have
Mino and
to.
Bruno.
We don't have
We've
to.
tried
We
out
had.
Ugarte and by the let me surprise you.
You're
Did you
talking
know
about. You're talking
Casemiro?
about.
Do you know that
You're
Casemiro
talking
and
about
Bruno
6 months.
midfield has been better? Do you
Yes.
know that, Josh? The
Yes.
Casemiro Bruno Fernandes midfield has been better than Ugarte and Fernandes last season. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
but again, Casemiro cannot give you 5 games, Josh. He doesn't
At
have the legs
where
anymore. And the
the
system Amorim plays is
Ugarte is going to be the mainstay with Bruno Fernandes in midfield. Kobe Mino has to work extremely hard to displace Ugarte from that midfield because Ugarte is a proper footballer who understands the tactical approach of that system. He is a guy who is going to play adaptability. Maybe he didn't have a good season here and there, but you could still give him 50 out of 100.
well, Ziad has answered you. I don't see a spot for Mino and Ruben Amorim. If we get 70 plus,
At his
I'll take
70
it.
plus. Oh,
Very good. I
bro.
agree with by the way, that's a nice one. No,
But how can
70
you get
plus, Josh.
70 plus from a guy who has not showed football worth 50? The
And
whole
he's the same
season
guy
was
you want us to field
he was
for
he
our
was
team next season,
injured.
Josh. Are
He
you
was injured. He was injured for most of the season. He had an on and off season last season. Okay, so coming
okay?
off that season, he cannot command 50 million, but he's a very good player. There's a player in there. Has United explored the possibility of using this player? The only thing you can tell me for United to be buying instead of buying a midfielder, we would rather buy a backup for the a backup
For the
player
for the
for the ones who
for
are going to leave when they go
well,
to
we
play
already have
in January.
a defender who left. We already have Ericsson who left.
No, I mean Mazraoui. I mean Mazraoui. I mean Mazraoui. I mean Ahmad Diallo. I mean
Onana and
Andre
Mbeumo.
Onana and Mbeumo.
By the
But
way,
for me, I wouldn't be buying a midfielder. You see, Ziad says Ugarte is good at winning tackles, but aerially, you can tell the difference between him and Casemiro. And on the ball, Casemiro is better, true. But look here, now we have ball carriers in the team. We have so many players who want to have this ball. We have Bruno Fernandes who wants the ball all the time. Cunha who wants the ball all the time. Mbeumo who wants the ball all the time. So those are three players who are ball carriers and they enjoy to have the ball. Okay. So what does Ugarte do? Clean up. Ugarte is there to clean up. That's why
you're
even a
giving a lot
striker
of
like
praise to
that's
Ugarte.
why even that's why even a striker like Rasmus Højlund, I actually gave him a chance with these
Don't.
players available. I gave him a chance with these players available because he doesn't have to fall back, carry the ball,
I
and
agree
do
with
too
you,
much.
Josh. I
He
agree
just
with
has to
you.
be playing in the
I agree
6 yard
with you when
box
you say
and
falling back
scoring
and
goals.
everything. But again, we've
Yes.
seen him in the box with a ball coming towards him and he misses. Now, forget
Maybe
about
he's, maybe he's,
the fetching.
maybe
I mean, the
maybe
going
he's
back and
tired.
we've
Maybe he's tired from the running.
the whole season you're tired from the running, yet other
No,
players are scoring goals.
no, I mean from the running to pick up the ball from
Z-
the center arc and things like that.
Ziad says, you think he plays Ahmad or Dallo right back? I don't think he
Uh,
likes both. No, he
no, he
likes,
plays Ahmad. He plays
he
Ahmad.
plays Ahmad. By the way,
He plays Ahmad.
again,
When you see what he used to do at Sporting Lisbon,
I'm
he
going to
played
say something,
Queda.
Josh.
He
I'm going to
played
say
Queda.
something. I'm going to
He
say
played
something.
Queda.
I think we should make Dallo a sacrificial what lamb. We should turn him into one because
Into one.
look,
Oh, and he does what?
sold. He will
Sold.
understand.
Are you
Yeah.
crazy?
No, I'm not. I'm serious. By the way, Dallo is mid. Your mic is off. Your mic is off. Dallo is mid, Josh. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's mid. You know, Dallo is mid. But let's wait and see how things are going to turn out. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Ziad, yeah, Josh will be coming back shortly. Ziad says
Yo,
he needs okay. Ziad says he
Isaac.
cleans up, but his
Isaac.
passing
That
is
is
very basic.
yes,
That
but
is
Isaac.
Manuel
Isaac.
Ugarte. That is Manuel Ugarte,
Yes,
Josh.
yes, Isaac. The thing that I was telling you about Diogo Dallo. Diogo Dallo has been given even a
You
shot
just
to
love
now.
this guy.
Do you know what that means? He's been given a shot to at the club.
And
Okay.
it's a pity. I feel bad.
Do you know what it means? Diogo Dallo
I
is a Diogo Dallo is a trusted lieutenant at the club. Yes, he did struggle last season. He didn't have the best of seasons, but this is a player that you have seen before. You cannot come off last season and you say, by the way, this player should be sold because he didn't give enough. I mean, how many players in that team did give enough? If you were using that standard only, say Fernandez would stay. And even Fernandez, for the better part of Eric Ten Hag's tenure, he did not give enough. He was trying so much, but he did not give enough. And this
Look,
is a
I have
manager that,
nothing against Dallo.
for me, I believe this is a manager who can
He's been a
finally actually.
soldier who we've told go use the tank to fight the war. We've given him a pistol. We've given him a knife. We've given him an AK. We've given him just an RPG. We've given him a grenade to go attack or lead the front line, and he has done that. But unfortunately, every time he goes, we barely win. But he's a good player. I'm not saying otherwise, Josh. He's a good player. But I mean, if
Ziad,
if a better option comes in, I mean, I would
Ziad,
agree.
by the way, you miss whatever. Ugate's passing is
Josh,
not mid. Is not basic.
who
Ugarte is
Ziad?
a very good passer of the ball. He struggled last season. That I can agree. But
Okay, that's very good. At least
you
you agree with
cannot
that.
say,
Now,
you cannot say,
but you have a
that
lot
does not
of
sum
faith
up.
in a
That
player who
does,
struggled. You have a lot
yeah,
of faith
because
in a player
I
who
know the
struggled last
player.
season, Josh.
I know the player. I know the player. I didn't just see him the last 6 months.
This
I know the player. I know what
the
he's
same player who
capable of.
failed.
I know what he has done. I mean, it's not easy to go to England and you acclimatize and you just become a good player or the same player that you
Now
are.
you're making an
Especially
excuse
when you're
for
coming,
him. Yesterday,
especially
you were
when you're
saying
coming
it's a
from South
fallacy.
America.
Yes, let me use you. You were saying it's a fallacy. You see, Josh, you're shooting
Yes.
yourself in the foot.
No, I'm not.
We talked about Ekitike coming this side and not blowing up, and you say that is the English fallacy and everything. Now you're
No,
making the
no,
same
no, no. The
excuse for
English
Ugarte.
fallacy that you were talking about was the player has to be Premier League proven. That's rubbish.
Well, you just said it, but the other way around, Josh.
No, I
About
did not
Ugarte.
say it. I did not
What
say
did you say,
it.
Josh? What did
I
you say?
told you there is room for acclimatization. Even a player who has come from the south of London can fail to
You
acclimatize to the
said
weather.
you have to know that Ugarte just joined.
Listen,
It's the same.
even the player who has come from South London, when they've joined Manchester United, it's a whole other kettle of fish. You cannot say because he has been playing in the Premier League for
Cook me,
Southampton or
Josh.
Sunderland.
Cook
He
me,
has been
cook me.
playing
No
for
problem.
he's been playing for Southampton, so I mean he's Premier League proven, so he can go to Manchester United and light the place up. I mean, things are different. He gets to that place and just the dressing room swallows him up. So if you're playing a two-man midfield, Ziad says if you're playing a two-man midfield like we do, we need a midfielder who can do it all, like Conte's Chelsea, title-winning team Kante and Matic pivot. Believe you me, Ziad, I think you've forgotten that your captain is Bruno Fernandes and is going to play in midfield. So when Fernandes is playing in midfield, you're looking for one extra player. We're not looking for that double pivot of two defensive players like Kante and Matic.
But I have something on mind, Josh.
Much as Kante roamed around box to box and stuff like that, but he was majorly a defensive player in his mind. He was a
Josh,
defensive midfielder and a very good one at
on
that.
my mind.
So we're not going to play that pivot. We're going to play Fernandes and Manu Ugarte or Kobe Maino.
Josh, do you think because our system, our current system under Amorim is a 3-4-2-1, correct?
Yes.
Don't you think if he tried out a 3-4-1-2 would be excellent? Having Cunha and Mbeumo with Bruno Fernandes behind him.
Yeah, but the problem is in the Premier League, as you have seen, the width of the pitch is very important. Yeah, the width of the pitch is very, very important. These 2 10s, if you understand the system that he wants to play, these 2 10s are very pivotal to the style that he plays, even if the wing backs make it tick. The wing backs make it tick, but it's so important that these profiles of the 2 10s know exactly their job on the pitch. They know how to press when the other team starts the ball. They know how to pick up the ball from different places. They know how to vacate that space and become extra midfielders and carry this ball forward. You know, they know how to not get into the space of the wing forwards, because when you had Marcus Rashford and Garnacho, they could not let either of Patrick Dogu or Diogo Dallo get into that space a lot to cross the ball, because they liked to hug the touchline. There's so many things that are intricate about the inside tens that help the team flourish. So I don't think that he would choose to play with two up top and
Well,
Fernandez behind them, because
well,
that's
I
a
mean,
very luxurious that's a very luxurious formation.
we
You need to
call
have
it
a very good
luxurious.
defensive player.
Call it luxurious, but let's see, Josh.
And yeah, the only thing I can tell you about Ugarte that I didn't like is how much Ruben Amorim was talking about his ability to recover. Like it takes him
Well,
a
Josh,
bit of time
I
to
have
recover.
news coming in. I don't know whether it's true or false because I'm not really so familiar. I'm not familiar with the journalist because I see he's a freelancer for Sunsport, so I'm not familiar with his game. But I mean, it's something to sleep on tonight. New from United exclusive, which says Nottingham Forest are preparing an offer to sign Jadon Sancho. That is United exclusive, courtesy of Henry Jeno,
He'll still
who's
refuse. He'll still
anyone
refuse.
who can save us from this Avenger, the freedom fighter. I mean, we are happy. We would be more than happy. I don't know why Juventus is taking too long, man, because we are tired. He needs to leave like yesterday.
They don't have money.
And but and by the way, that 15 million pounds is a joke. I know Rashford has been trashed somehow. But by the way, Josh, do you think there's still a player inside there in Rashford, or it's done and dusted with him?
You know, sometimes it's difficult to say, because physically, when the player is running on the pitch and warming up and doing all these
Mm,
things, you say, "Wow, there's a player in there." But with footballers, like we have seen over the time, it's in the mind. If you don't have a cool head, you can't play, however talented you are.
mm.
Yeah.
Well,
So
something
I
else.
don't. He needs an environment that is going to. I don't know. They're going to throw an arm around him. They're going to tell him nice things that he wants
But
to
come on,
listen.
Ten Hag did that.
I know. I know.
Ten Hag did that. Sent him on holiday. Blah. Was it 2 3 months? He
Three
still turned out
months,
to be. He
and
still
and
turned
and
out
we
to
were
be shit.
struggling. We were
And we
struggling.
were struggling then.
Yeah.
So I don't see that. Anyway, still from my United exclusive, he says one player to as per is this Chef? I don't know how to pronounce the name well. Sheta says from Sky Sports. I don't know. I know the dude. He said one player to keep an eye on as the window develops is Benjamin Sesko. United have been tracking his development for a number of
Yeah.
years now.
Yeah. That is
Josh,
true. That is true.
I think maybe it's time we had a conversation about Benjamin
Benjamin
Sesko. For those
Setchko.
of you that don't,
I
Sechko,
love
sorry,
the
that don't
player.
know
I
him,
love the player. He's a very
and it's true we've
beautiful
been
player.
tracking him for a very, very long time.
There was a
A
time
long time.
there's a time I wanted United to have bought Benjamin Sesko. I think
Mm,
it was I don't know, around Olgana Solskjaer,
mm,
the last season of Solskjaer.
mm, mm.
Yeah, but
No, no,
yeah,
no, no, no,
Sesko
no.
has
I
been
think
on
it
the
was at the
cards.
beginning of. It was at the beginning of
Ten
who?
Hag, Ten
Ten
Hag.
Hag.
Yeah, as in it,
But
he has
anyway,
been there. He has been around, and but
anyway,
he's a
United.
very good player, and he has a very powerful shot on him. He's a
Well,
good
United
player.
have shown.
He scores beautiful goals.
United has shown just has shown significant interest in signing the Leipzig strikers, yeah, and of course he's 22 years old. Josh, it looks like he's also open to a move to the
Old
Old
Trafford.
Trafford, despite the lack of European football next season. And United's pursuit of Sechko or Sesko, depends on how you pronounce it, has been ongoing just for 3 to 4 years. And the
Yeah,
initial contact was made in July 2022. Now, 2022,
yeah.
just who did we have?
I
Was it
think so,
Ali
sir.
Ten Hag? No,
I think so,
no,
sir.
no, it was Ten Hag because
It
Ten
was
Hag
Ten
had two
Hag, yeah?
seasons.
Yeah, it was Ten Hag.
2023. No, 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 it was Solskjaer because Ten Hag
Yeah,
came
I think it was
2020,
Solskjaer because I
23,
remember that
24,
time.
then 24,
Remember,
25. He
we
was
missed
fired.
out
Yeah.
on Erling Haaland, and at
Just wait,
about
wait,
the
wait,
same
Josh. How
time,
many seasons did Ten Hag start United?
two,
Two
one
and
and
a
a half.
half.
Oh,
One
two
and
and
a
a
half,
half,
right?
two and a half,
Two
two
and a
and a
half.
half, two and a half.
Then
Yeah,
it was him.
yeah, it was two and a half.
Then it was Ten Hag.
Yeah,
It was Ten Hag. But anyway, I mean, I don't really mind if he scored 21 goals and
we
six
missed out on
assists.
Erling Haaland, and I started to feel that yeah, maybe Benjamin Sesko can do it.
Sesko scored 21 goals and six assists in 45 appearances last season, with a total of
45.
39 goals. Yeah, with a total of 39 goals in 87 for the club. Josh, I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's a
bit.
he's a healthy player. If he got to play 45 games a season,
Mm,
he's a
don't you
healthy
think
player. But he's a
he's
very
a
good
healthy player,
player.
but he
He's
needs to improve more. There's room for
improve on what?
improvement anyway.
Yeah, he's 22 years old.
Because yes, altogether for Leipzig, he has scored
Leipzig.
35 goals in 87 games. Josh.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's a
saying.
very low turnout.
It's
But
a lot
no,
to
he's
know.
a player. He's a player who can score goals. He's a player who can score goals. You see, sometimes you may not score as many goals wherever you're playing, but you know how to score goals. I mean, maybe the team is not the best at the moment and stuff like that, but he's a player who knows how to score goals. If we are not, if he's not overpriced, he's a player that
Mm,
we can buy because he's good. He's good. The thing that is worrying maybe about Benjamin Sesko is he's a player who can play. And for me, I prefer a striker now who can play in the box. I just prefer a
man.
fox in the box
Anyone better
because
than Rasmus Højlund
I have players who
from
can play.
open.
So I don't want Benjamin Sesko to come and pick up the ball and stuff like that. I just want him in front of goal, and he has actually learned how to use his body and stuff like that. And he's playing now in German against really aggressive defenders and stuff like
Not
that.
very
So
aggressive defenders, but yeah,
no, the
good
aggressive
players.
defenders, bro. The
Well, in
aggressive
German,
defenders, the
man, how do
Jonathan
you rate?
Taz.
How do you rate? Come on, you're talking about Bayern Munich. No, where was he?
Yeah,
Which
but he
club
was at
was he before
Leverkusen.
joining?
He was at
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. Yeah, so I'm
Everyone
talking
has
about
left
the Bundesliga.
Leverkusen.
I know. So Eric Ten Hag,
Frimpong,
that's a clean stat, a clean
Leverkusen.
slate.
Sorry, Witz, who? Jonathan Tah,
Jonathan Tah.
and there's another player too, and very good players, by the way. I don't know how they are going to be able to do that. And I've seen their transfer activities not yet really up there. But I mean, I don't want Ten Hag coming and failing because he has big shoes to fill.
No,
Because
he won't fail. He won't fail. He's a
Xabi
good guy.
Alonso just left a record. He's a legend there right now, so he has big shoes to fill. Hopefully, he
Yeah,
doesn't fail and everything turns out well.
he won't fail.
Josh, I
He's
wanted
a
to ask
top
you,
guy.
how do you rate the leagues? I mean, La Liga, you have Bundesliga, you have Premier League, you have Serie A, and League One.
Wow, definitely the Premier League.
Yeah, and I stamp with you on that because they just
Definitely
won.
the Premier League.
They
Yeah,
just
definitely
won
the Premier
the
League.
UCL, and actually, I think in 5 years,
It's not even
how many
about
games?
no for me. For me, it's not about winning the UCL and stuff like that. Because let me tell you one thing: if you are in a weaker league, okay, but you have one very good, strong team that can
Yeah.
buy the best players from the rest of the clubs, and this team can use those matches like training sessions. The cohesion it can create can beat any team in world football,
Mm, mm,
even if they met a Premier League team that plays against her tougher guys, and the cohesion the other team will have created, playing week in week out, the style they want to play, how they want to play, and things like that. I mean, it becomes very difficult to destabilize that cohesion. But for me, the truth is, the Premier League, it's more entertaining. It's more competitive. It's more entertaining. I
I would
mean,
say it's more
even
competitive. I like
even
that. People
Brentford,
prefer La
even
Liga because
Brentford,
of they say they play, that beautiful football, the
because it's
touch and
slow.
everything,
It's slow. You
but
can doze and wake up before the game has ended.
and by the way, that's why you see players majority who come from all different leagues and come to join the Premier League. Usually, not all, but usually they do struggle to find form or momentum.
Yeah,
To hit
I
the ground
mean,
running, they
the
really
Premier League
struggle to
is
do that.
intense. It's intense. I mean,
It's intense. I mean, you
it's
find like a
quite
team like
different.
Crystal Palace who comes and bullies you, beats you.
Brentford,
you know,
Brentford can afford to sell a player at
mm,
65 million pounds, but Brentford can also afford to buy a player at 50 million pounds,
at 50
which
million
is not
pounds.
going to happen with Real Betis.
hmm I
You
know.
know,
So
it is not going to happen with Real
by the way, talking
Sociedad.
about Real Betis, we have Anthony. Anthony should have joined that club already a long time ago, man. Yo, man, that team is a joker. I love the fact that Anthony went that side and he was off. I mean, he was glowing, he was scoring, he was doing so well, he was performing. But again, they're struggling to pay only just how much is it? 35 million pounds? Come on, Real Betis. That dude came in for a lot of money, 80 million pounds. So I mean, if we
Not
ask you to pay
Betis'
only
fault.
35 million pounds, I know I'm just not saying, but
That
come
is
on,
just about actually his right
that guy
valuation.
almost won them the conference league,
I know.
cup. He almost. He's one of the reasons that's why they advanced to the finals, Josh. He's one of the reasons that's why they advanced from where they were below, okay, the position which wasn't pleasant, stepping up, going. I think they're still even going to feature next season. They have European football. So come on.
For
35
me,
is
the
not
thing
really a lot.
about
It should
the
be
leagues
40
that you
million pounds,
asked,
by the way.
yeah, the thing you about the leagues that you asked, when you see the La Liga and there is only two clubs with the
Mm.
lion's share over the broadcasting monies and stuff like that, they are the ones that can be able to buy players and
No
you
one,
know it.
no
Then
one
the
that
whole
don't,
league,
no one that
then the
then
whole
Don Perez bullies them.
yeah, then the whole league is just littered with Barcelona and Real Madrid
You know,
rejects
by
in
the way, no,
every
no,
club.
not
So
even
I
that.
mean, it
Those
just
favors they did for Barcelona after they had breached, whatever it was, just by the way, that was also very poor, extremely very very poor. But let's wait and see how things turn out. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac. Josh, step in anytime you're ready. Um, Someone earlier was asking about potential targets in the striking role, guys. Apart from Benjamin Sesko or Sechko, I don't see anyone. I mean, we've had names like Nicholas Jackson, Dominic
over.
Calvert. We have Victor Yokorez and Josh. And yeah, I mean, all those names have been thrown to us, but realistically, the names Yokorez, of course, is going to us now. Dominic, Nicholas Jackson. You have Callum Wilson. Funny names, Josh, have been thrown, and the Nicholas thing also won't go away. And guess what? Chelsea are saying, if you have 60 million pounds, you're ready. You
Absolute
take your player.
rubbish.
Of course, I do agree.
Even 20, we
And
can't
I do
buy.
agree with you today. Honestly, I had a clear. I was checking him out. The pics and videos. He says he's 23 years, but that guy is making 34 years next year.
Yo,
I'm
bro, you're
telling
not
you.
his mother, so just leave the guy. Leave
Anyway,
the
Josh,
guy
we
with
have
his
five
passport.
players. Man United has five players: Marcus Rashford, Anthony Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho, Tyrell Malacia, all training separately from the first team, Josh. And I understand they are not going to travel in the US. I mean, indicating they are surplus to requirements under Ruben Amorim, and they are part of the so-called bomb squad, from what I understand. The bomb
Boom
squad,
Doja squad.
yeah, some call them the Avengers. Some call them the what's that one? Freedom fighters. I mean, it's really funny, but freedom fighters, guys, to be the Avengers, it's only Marcus Rashford, Sancho, and Ganacho.
I know there are only
Malasia and
three
Anthony
Avengers.
have been very, very good players.
Yeah,
So let's wait and see. Hopefully, things turn out so well, Josh. I mean, it's not going to be an easy ride. Of course, it's going to be a hard one, but we are hoping things turn out well. And do you see? I know Omar Berada says more signings. Hope more signings are coming. Do you see us closing Two more players. I'm not going to be specific which
Yeah,
position, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. I see us getting a striker and a keeper.
before the window ends, before 1st September.
Yeah, before the window ends, I see us getting a striker and a keeper, and that would be very good for our season.
That will be incredible. That will be incredible. Let's wait and see how things
It
go.
would be
Once
very
again,
good for
guys,
our season.
that would be incredible. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac, thank you everyone that was in the comment section. James, please do subscribe. Do subscribe. Come back next time. Ziad, shout outs to you. Always a pleasure. We are
Shout out
rolling
Ziad.
out Sports Jazz. Subscribe, guys. Please share the link, or rather, share the stream. And come on, every time we're on live, come join the chat, come join the live stream. Let's have some fun. Let's talk football. Let's talk Man United. And of course, a bit of banter too is always welcome. But when you come with your banter, make sure you come strapped because, bro, we are always strapped. Please do
We
subscribe,
just
turn on the
having
notifications. Josh and
fun.
Isaac, we are
We don't
officially
care
signing
who
out.
sees.
Mbeumo is in the building. Cunha is in the building. Diego Leon Ndani. Let's wait and see who else is
Yeah, it's
coming
a Friday
very
night.
soon. Have fun, but
Have
responsibly.
fun.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.